Welcome everybody. I'm Reverend Doug Dyson from the Western Pennsylvania Annual Conference, and I am just excited to tell you about a wonderful opportunity we've got coming up. My good friend, Jason Moore from Midnight Oil Productions is going to be bringing a great opportunity here to the Western Pennsylvania Conference. He's going to be sharing with us his Both And Conference. And Jason, why don't you tell us a little bit about what is the Both And Conference? What's it all about?
Well, Doug, thank you so much. And I think it is so accurate to say you're my good friend. You have actually been part of the development of some of these trainings that I've done in the past. And I know I've tried to bring some of these things to the conference, but COVID shut us down. But we have the opportunity to be together for Both And. I don't have to tell you that worship has changed pretty dramatically in the last year. And so some of us were out ahead of the pandemic doing online worship. And the reality for folks that were doing worship online prior to the pandemic was that they would largely sort of talk to the room. And at some point they'd look at the camera and say, hey, if you're worshiping with us online, thanks for coming today. And then they'd more or less go back to talking to the room for the rest of the worship experience. And then, of course, many of us jumped online for the very first time last March or so. And so we've never, in our online worship, not known talking directly to the camera. And so I really believe, Doug, that we faced one of the most critical moments in the life of the modern day church as we start to go back in person. Because I think one of two things could happen. Thing number one is that because we have been talking to the camera for almost a year, we could very easily turn our congregation into the studio audience that provides the laughs and the claps and the voices in the songs and so on, and really not give attention to them, but really be focused on that audience at home. And they're not going to feel good about that. But I think what's more likely to happen is that we get people back in the room, and we could very easily turn our attention back to the room and not talk to people at home anymore, and they will feel disengaged from that as well. So the goal of Both And is to help churches think about how to build a strategy that no one feels like an afterthought, not the people who are still participating from home, not the people who are in the room. And that's going to take a little bit of work to get there, but we're going to build a foundation for how do we reimagine worship and do worship in such a way that both audiences in person and at home feel like they're a part of it.
So friends from the Western Pennsylvania Annual Conference, here's how you can register. The event is May 15th from 10 a.m. till 12:30 noon. It'll be available by Zoom, and you can register by going to wpaumc.org, and you'll find the information there. There is a $10 registration fee, nominal fee, but don't let that be you from joining us and being part of the event that day. Really can't wait, Jason. Can't wait to have you with us.
I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to bring it to you, and I hope that we will see you all there.
Looking forward to it. Can't wait.